Okay, we are ready to go.
Okay, I am Nicole Hollingshead, and you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Lena Pham.
Desiree Markley.
And we did two projects, and Lena and I did a project at St. Vincent de Paul, and Desiree did hers with the Christmas Share program. So I will talk about the St. Vincent de Paul program first, and then Desiree will talk about the Christmas Share program. So, as far as the history and the mission for St. Vincent de Paul, it was created in 1877. It was created to unite and serve the poor by relieving material misery, to aspire charity, and to make ourselves better, as well as to make our poor enter the same path to find happiness of succeeding. It's changed over time because their services are offered to anyone in need, not only the poor. So it's geared towards everyone in the community. And their mission and their core values are to help the community relieve need due to poverty, suffering, and loneliness. Their mission statement is to acquire holiness by helping those who stand in need. Their objective is to offer tangible assistance on a person to person basis. So it is personalized, specific to each person's needs. Their assistance can range from intervention, consultation, or direct financial assistance. Their core value is to provide help while assisting each individual to maintain dignity. They serve 12 million people annually in the United States. Some of the social issues the organization attempts to assist are people from all different cultures, ethnicities, and financial backgrounds. St. Vincent de Paul does, however, focus on the underserved and underprivileged individuals in our society. They assist refugees to obtain their high school equivalency exam. They also assist with assistance with job and housing services, and they help them create a resume to help them find employment. The people that do the schooling are retired teachers, so they are also volunteering their time. They teach them basic computer skills, English, Spanish, reading, and math. They also provide services to anyone in the public who qualifies. They have to fill some forms out. And then those services, as long as they qualify, would be emergency assistance with rent, electrical bills, water bills. And then they also have numerous pantries that they provide, and that is a food pantry, the clothing pantry, they have furniture, household items. They also have infant products, so they have different formula, diapers, things like that. And then the nature of the project is to included mainly for us was the Child Watch program, which was to care for 3 children of one of the refugees that attended school 2 nights per week at St. Vincent de Paul. The project consisted of 3 hours of Child Watch 2 nights per week. And the project contributed to St. Vincent de Paul's mission by allowing the mother of the children who we watched, she gained knowledge and skills to gain a higher form of education, um, as well as a higher form of education than she previously had access to, which would be benefiting her as well as her children, their family, as well as not only her family, but our community as well. We volunteered to watch her children, which helped us learn more about the value of our education and just really, truly how lucky we are to have access to the education, the services, um, just everything as far as that goes. And it also helped us see the importance of servant leadership in our community. We gained a better insight to the time and effort it takes for an organization to assist individuals to better their lives. So just the organization of St. Vincent de Paul as a whole was really, really neat to see, because we also helped out in the retail area. We got to stock bread. We got to stock a lot of desserts and sweets. And they offer free bread and free sweets to everyone. And the minute you brought the bread and the sweets out, I mean, those, you could tell they were so appreciative that people went crazy over it. You'd wheel the cart out, like a shopping cart they had, or they had Tupperware totes that we would bring the bread and sweets out on. And I mean, people just swarmed you. And you can tell a lot of the same people come back there to take advantage of those services because they kind of already knew the system, and they'd say, oh, you guys have a lot of bread today, or you didn't have as much yesterday. So it was really, really cool to see just how the people expect that and they depend on that, and to have someone like St. Vincent de Paul be able to provide that to our community was really, really cool to be a part of. So Lena, I think you have the next 3 categories.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the synopsis, the brief summary of our project. Our project was successful because we formed a bond with the 3 kids that we were volunteering to watch. They looked up to us as someone that they wanted to be when they grew up. Some challenges we faced included: 1, the kids were very shy at first because we were strangers to them. And then number 2 would be the 18-month-old baby. She did not want to leave her mother, and she would not let us hold her at first. And at her age, she's all over the places, and therefore we had to keep a close eyes on her as she might trip and fall. She would put something in her mouth, or she might sneak out to the deep hallways, the hallway stairs. And so what we did was we had to form a gate that kind of prevent her from running out to the door. The 3rd challenge would be the 4-year-old who has ADHD, and therefore many times she could not stay focused. She was very energetic and she acted out sometimes. We had to find a way to calm her down by started counting numbers so she would follow the direction we had given her. When we played games, she was easily distracted and would mess up the game, and her older sister would get frustrated by it. She's also had to be taken to the bathroom every 45 minutes or so to avoid having the accident. What we've learned about babysitting these kids were to be patient, be understanding, and to have fun with them. After the first night passed, we got to know each other more, and that formed a stronger bond with them. They were very excited to see us again the next night we came back. And forming a bond with children is memorable, and we will cherish the experience we had with those kids. On the directions for future work, as others complete their project through the Child Watch program, it would be beneficial to have some kind of babysitting experience, especially dealing with children that have social or learning disabilities. We have our own children, but it's quite different caring for others that especially we've never met before. We were not even sure if they were allergic to anything in particular. With Carol, the main caregiver, when she's not there, we were not sure if certain kind of foods were okay to feed them. Different ways of teaching and raising the kids, their cultures, their backgrounds are all contribute to this matter. What we learned was if we had more time, we would have incorporated their culture into babysitting experience. For example, we would have included rituals or games they might have done with their parents or family members at home. And this might have helped them to be more comfortable with us. And what we learned overall is that our experience at St. Vincent de Paul helped us gain further understanding in the amount of time, knowledge, and community contribution it takes to be a successful servant leader. One must have the Mercy core values, and these are the knowledge, the reverence, the integrity, compassion, and excellence. Also, an individual must be able to listen to others in the community to gain an insight on how to achieve success with the goal they are trying to achieve. Awareness is also of one's culture's background can further build a bond between a servant leader and those that they are helping. And also, a servant leader must be ready to make sacrifices. He or she must be well adapted and be ready to take the challenges of the environment or the community of the people that they are helping. And that's what it makes a servant leader a true servant leader. And if you guys have anything to add in that, feel free to.
I think that's good.
All right, and then
I have the Christmas share program. Sorry, was somebody going to say something?
No, go for it. I was going to introduce your turn, but yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, well, I have the Christmas share program. This was a program that was created in Grinnell by local community members to serve the Poweshiek County's less fortunate families with their Christmas gifts. It is sponsored by Second Mile, which is a local thrift shop, and also MICA, which is Mid-Iowa Community Action. They work in conjunction with the local Goodfellows group, and that was also formed in Grinnell by a local citizen. The Goodfellows group distributes food packages to disadvantaged families. These groups work closely with organizations, area churches, local businesses, and private individuals that sponsor the families. This program is completely confidential, so each family member is assigned a number, and that is all that they are ever known by, is by their number. This program works to provide gifts for children and for families who would otherwise go without at the holidays. It helps to relieve stress from parents and by bringing joy to children. The Goodfellows group helps to alleviate hunger by providing a Christmas dinner, which is complete with ham, potatoes, dinner rolls, and even pies. Other non-perishable food items are also provided, including healthy snacks for children during the break from school. Area community members work together to donate daily necessities for hygiene and dental care. This includes, but it's not limited to, deodorant, toothbrushes, toothpaste, dental floss, shampoo, conditioner, and body soaps. This community program takes on the whole moon meaning when they say it takes a village. So the whole society takes an active role in contributing to the well-being of these children. The whole society makes sure that these children are what the focus is and that they're being taken care of during the holidays. Everyone involved dedicates personal time to sorting through applications, leading interviews, and shopping for the items provided by these services. The area businesses, churches, and organizations hold events to gather donations of hygienic and dental products. Individual families will set aside portions of their own finances to sponsor needy families. It was pretty miraculous to see that all of these people were able and willing to donate their time, skills, assets, and other contributions to this program. These resources work together to create a magical and joyous experience for all involved on both sides. I thoroughly enjoyed participating in this project. I have been on the receiving end, so it was a tremendous sense of comfort and happiness to know that I could be on the other side. And I could see that there was a lot of hard work put into the organization, not just by staff members, but also by the entire community. Everyone came together to help provide for the disadvantaged families of our county. This project takes dedication, empathy, confidentiality, and passion. Overall, it was a pretty wonderful and fulfilling experience. I began the project hoping to see how the other side worked. I wanted to know what it felt like to be able to contribute to it, not only this project, but to my entire community. I wanted to bring joy, hope, and relief to those in need. I did accomplish these goals. It was inspiring to see how much effort our community puts into bringing up those whom were down and out. The sense of unity was overwhelmingly motivating. My experience showed me empathy. Having been in the position of those in need, I could truly relate to the relief of knowing that there is help for this type of hardship. It brings Christmas spirit, love, hope, and joy where otherwise there was stress, sadness, and crushing feelings of failure to the family. I gained greater compassion, dedication, awareness, and a commitment to the growth of people. I listened to the stories of those in need, and I laughed with them and cried with them. And in this way, I contributed to the healing of their hearts and minds. It hurts to feel worthless and like a failure, so it's encouraging to be able to have the opportunity in our society. It brings relief, lifts heavy hearts, and removes rocks from the shoulders of parents. A few of the challenges that I met where it could be difficult to be accepted into the program, as it has gradually developed more strict guidelines. Unfortunately, they have had to adapt regulations due to manipulations of the system by wayward individuals. So some of these manipulations have included adults that have taken all of the gifts back to the stores where they were purchased from in order to get a refund or an exchange for unnecessary items, which left their children without gifts. Others were placing gifts on the internet sale sites to obtain cash for other reasons that were not necessary. It was pretty heartbreaking to know that there are still people that will attempt to beat the system when it's such a beautiful cause. Another challenge is that nearly 200 families are served each year by this program, and there are often more underprivileged families than there are sponsor families. Those families are without a sponsor are confidentially placed on a tree at each of the local schools. Individuals that did not originally sign up to sponsor families could pick a number up from the tree and be given a family's wish list. Additional solutions have been that the original sponsors will shop for the remaining families to ensure that no family is left behind. If I had an extended amount of time, I would want to work more closely with this program. I would see what other areas of the community they help with and determine what place I could fill within the program. I would consider what other needs are to be met and how we could come together to fulfill those needs. And I'm really grateful to know that many of my society's needs do have helpful programs in effect, and there's always a way to step up and help out. On another note, along with your guys' St. Vincent de Paul, this past weekend, my sister had to go into the hospital for her alcoholism that I have talked about briefly throughout this class. And it has been determined that she's going to spend the next year in rehab at Bridges of Des Moines. And St. Vincent de Paul is one of the big sponsors for that rehab program. And so if my family would like to help out with volunteering, we are able to go through St. Vincent de Paul to volunteer at the rehab facility to be with my sister.
That is so cool.
Oh, well, it was good that she can find a place like that and they'll be there for her.
Yeah. So I appreciate all of the work that everybody does for everybody's communities. It's a lot of work, and it's really great to know that there are these types of help that people can have within their societies.
I completely agree. It's amazing. It is truly amazing.
You froze, Nicole, so I don't know what you said.
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I said it's truly amazing.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing that there are so many organizations out there that really do, care about people, and without judgment and without any questions asked. And it doesn't matter what walk of life you are or come from, that there are organizations that are willing to help. I'm very happy for your sister. That is super, super awesome.
It is. I'm proud of her, and she's ready to go. So on that note, I think we have hit 20 minutes. So if you guys have anything else to add.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
The rest of the semester. What's left of it.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
You both too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.